We have a recap first of module one, where we have covered the fundamental of investment banking. Yeah. Anybody has any confusion here, any question? This is your time to ask. In any case, I will be revising all 6 sessions which we have completed till last week. And today we will start with module two. Today is, of course, 7th session for us. What we have covered in fundamental of investment banking is I have given you a view that where you stand and how investment banking helps in your career as well as in general. This definitely I have covered the financial system, market types, participants, regulator, and dynamic of buy side and sell side role. Yeah. Today we will try to cover that part quickly, and then we will go into module two as well. So we started with introducing the investment banking. We have also talked about myself, structure of financial system. I see somebody has a question. We will take up after I complete the recap. Function of financial market. Then we went into type of financial market, capital market, primary market, secondary market, money market. And then we looked into the financial market participants, including regulatory agency. And today, in short, we will cover the investment bank. There is a complete big session on investment bank and its operation at module after module 8. And of course, section 1, we had covered the financial system, where we looked into how many of you remember Brew Bliss of Simran and how she was operating and what all she has done to raise fund and how Roy helped. We also looked into the participants for, of course, Simran, Roy, and the banks, while market were private equity, debt providers like bank, as well as commodity future. We also looked into the financial product, which we discussed loan, futures, shares, and financial services, which was digital payment and accounting tools, the tally, etc., which you use. And you see on the top is sitting his big boss, who was a regulator, who will make sure that Simran or Roy or banks are not being cheated. We looked into how does this financial system works. So we saw the flow charts. There are people who are fund provider, and there are people who are fund seeker. And then there is a bridge, which are financial intermediaries. There are two routing which happens. One is the indirect finance, where the lenders comes to the financial intermediaries, and then financial intermediary in turn give the funds to the fund seeker. And then there is a direct relationship where the lender directly goes into the financial market through IPO, and they get the fund. The fund is got by is received by the borrowers, spender, specifically the fund seeker. We looked into function of financial system. You remember we have covered it 2 places. This is one of the places where approximately we have discussed about 7 different functions. It starts with price determination of financial system, helps in price determination. It also helps in fund mobilization, liquidity, risk sharing, early access, reduction in transaction cost, and capital information. Of course, the 3 core functions are facilitating the flow of money, becoming intermediary offers. Yeah, so they actually control the flow, whether it will come with a full speed, full jet speed, or it will be dripping like a drops in the morning of our drainage system. And then we have a monitoring and regulatory function of financial system, which is critical, so that the intermediary as well as facilitation becomes easier. In section 2, we covered the building blocks of financial system. Again, we have taken the same 5 participants there, and we went into detail of each of them. For example, we took the structure of financial system, which started with financial participant, and we looked into different participants, which started with investment bank, retail corporate banks, mutual funds, government, stock exchanges, depository. In the second layer, there are other players also, key factor and important ingredients to financial participants, which were retail investor, then insurance and pension company, registrars, cleaning houses, broker, and custodian. Each of them carries a weight which is heavier than Khali's weight, actually. Then we looked into the investment bank versus corporate bank and how they differentiate. And we put some numbers as well. So Morgan Stanley, Guggenheim, Citi also has a investment banking operation. Then Evercore, Bank of America has also investment banking. Goldman Sachs, Lazard, JP Morgan, Centerview Partners, Rothschild and Company. These all are more or less investment banker. And then there are our traditional bankers, which exist in next to our houses, like SDFC, etc. In international, we are talking about Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Standard Chartered, US Bank or PNC, Curist, etc. We also looked into financial system and market of financial markets. So in a structure, there is a participant and then there is a market. We looked into markets. There are different market, capital market, money market, foreign exchange market, and derivative markets. Of course, in capital market, you have primary, which is IPO. We talked about Swiggy case. And then there is a secondary market. After they got listed, all their employee also became millionaire. So in capital market not only caters to equity, but it also covers debt. And today in module 2, we will start learning equity and debt from basic to advanced. Okay, so be ready with a pen and paper because today's session is going to be not very large because 1 hour we have to close today, but it will be definitely give you some idea and a case study which you need to read and come tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So you will have a very short window to read and come back. Then we also looked into money market where treasury bills, certificate of deposit, call notice money, and commercial papers play. And then forex market, you remember, it was a huge market. It's in itself 5 trillion. It can accommodate all the equity market of the worlds together. Yeah. And then we looked into top 25 stock exchanges. How many of you remember we have done an assignment on the same? How many of you remember? Put yes in the chat box or you can unmute yourself. Go ahead, quick, fast. I need my chat box to be flooded. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. So most of you remember, right? Have a look at it before tomorrow's class because the stock market is a key play. I need everybody to say yes. So I know people are not traveling. If somebody is traveling, so I know they are not attending from laptop or home. They are traveling and attending this session. At least I should know that. Yeah, it's not public knowledge, but I want to know who is doing that. So I will be cautious about not asking them a question, yeah, without disturbing them. So anybody is traveling or from mobile or not in convenient place, their brothers, sisters are fighting in background. I am okay with that, but just let me know. So I will not ask you questions. Okay. Otherwise, everybody go ahead and put yes. I only received 17 yes. So still there are 12 more people who need to say yes to me. Okay, Chandan dead. Or if you are in inconvenience place, you can put N. So I know you cannot respond. Yeah. Okay, good. One person is in inconvenience place or his brother and sister is fighting in the background. Okay, good. Anybody else? Okay, so 2 people are there. Fair. I will not ask you both any questions. Good. Anybody else last time? Otherwise, if I will ask you to unmute, you have to unmute. Okay, somebody is traveling as well. Fair. No worries. Anybody else? So 2 people whose brother sister is fighting in the behind and 2 people are traveling and attending the session. Not a problem, but make sure that you listen into the recording because tomorrow's session will be based on today's discussion. That's why I'm revising. I'm taking extra effort to revise whole thing, all the 6 sessions, 12 hours, which we have covered in next 10 minutes. Yeah. So you listen that recording. You also listen what I'm going to cover tomorrow and prepare the case study. So there are 3 people who's, oh, so, okay, no, his sister and brother is not fighting. He is not in right network. Okay, good. Let's start. So 25 stock exchanges. Please go and look into that assignment. Very critical. Tomorrow we are going to discuss, or I might ask a question from your own assignment. So be ready for that. Then we looked into financial instrument. So we covered financial participant, we covered financial market, and then we went into the instruments. Instruments, of course, is stock, bonds, insurance, pension, government securities, debenture. Now we have done one assignment on government security. Who all remembers? Best place to buy government securities are. Your answer in the chat box. Please go ahead. Put the answer in the chat box. Quick. The best place to buy government security is dash, dash, dash. Answer has to be in chat box. You have done this assignment number 6. You reviewed it for me. You gave me 5 people. Oh, very good. Somebody started writing. Mahavir very rightly said, Rona, good. Next. Everybody, you did the assignment. I saw most of you have completed it. Dr. Dalvinder, please check. Few people have not submitted and one person has submitted incomplete. Yeah, he has not covered all the questions. So please
Yes,
look.
sir.
Okay, so
Sure,
three
sir.
in the answer. Very good. Ronak, Roshni, Mohammad Ayan, wonderful. Pranay, good. Perfect. Ashlesha, very nice. Okay, so the correct answer is RBI app. RBI had its own app, RBI Digital. You have done the review, so you should remember this. Next time when I will ask, please try to recall the same fact. All of you, it goes to all of you, okay? Lokesh is also given the answer. Perfect. So government security, best place is RBI. In India, if you want to buy, is RBI. In US, if you want to buy, then SEC, they bring T-bills in the stock market, okay, government securities, and then there is a debenture. Then there is a secondary tier of the financial instrument, which also includes foreign exchanges, derivatives, warrants, money market instrument, and commodity. Always remember this slide. Why? Because I have put on the second tier certain item. Take a screenshot. You are in home. If you have a notebook, please write it down. First tier is stock, bonds, insurance, pension, government securities, and debenture. Second tier is foreign exchange, derivatives, warrant, money market, and commodity. Why it is, you will learn in module third. Okay, not now. In module third, when I will start with derivatives, you will understand why they are on second tier, why they are not direct finance instrument. Then we covered, of course, we jumped one and we went into financial services. We looked into financial services, which are fund-based services, and there is a fee-based services. Like brokerage companies are fee-based services. They will charge you a specific amount. Portfolio management company, they are also fee-based services, which will be taking a certain percentage from your portfolio, whatever they are managing, and advising. They also charge a percentage. When you are talking about fund-based services, of course, these are how they design their product. So it is a leasing company, mutual fund. They themselves design, they bring different stocks, put into one basket, and they will say mutual fund. We will learn about mutual fund also in module 4. Yeah, and housing finance. So these are different buckets which comes into financial services. Of course, these are the king makers of the industry: mutual fund, housing finance, and brokerage fund. They are the king makers. They are not the kings, they make kings in the market. And who are those? Sher Khan, Motiwal Oswal, Girodha, ICICI Direct, etc., etc. Then you have a very large company called Bridgewater. Now, Bridgewater, did we discuss who is the owner of Bridgewater? Do a quick Google search. Two people have left. Dr. Dalvinder, please check. Okay, because in night, most of the classes going forward will happen in night because you have your exam,
Yes, sir.
etc. Okay, so whoever is unable to attend, they should be very careful about. Okay, so Bridgewater owner, you need to find out the owner of this guy. He has written a very famous book called Principle. What is the book name? Book name is Principle. Please note it down. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody has got that. Ray Dalio. Absolutely, Roshni. Ray Dalio is the writer of that book. It's a Bible for hedge funds. Hedge funders, a lot of investment bankers like myself. The book costs $4,000. कितने का book है? 4,000 रुपए का है. $4,000 book, but it is worth. If you want to read as a student, you can always go online and find the PDF. You will find a PDF copy of the same, and you can read it in your pastime. Little boring in initial time, but after you finish our investment banking class, you will be really eligible to read that book. In once in your lifetime, definitely read Gita, Quran, all your blessed books. दलविंदर जी, आपका आपके बुक का नाम क्या है? मैं भूल रहा हूँ. पंजाबी लोगों का बुक गुरु ग्रंथ, राइट?
सर गुरु
गुरु ग्रंथ
ग्रंथ
साहिब.
साहिब.
गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब.
गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब.
ये एक बार अपने लाइफ में जरूर पढ़ना चाहिए. And if you are in investment banking, try to read once. Try to read. I'm not saying you can read that 400, 500 page book in one go. I was also failed to do it in one go in my age, but slowly I picked up the interest and read throughout my life. So that is one book. And second book is another book which I am recommending is Intelligent Investor. This is read by Warren Buffett. He became Oracle of Omaha and a dictator in the stock market by reading that book. So these two books is definitely recommended for you guys, along with my book, Underdog to Unicorn. Not now. I will tell you right time, that point in time you need to read. But note down all these three books. How many of you have completed any of the 4 series which we have discussed? 3 series. Series number 1, names. Go ahead, put the names in chat box. Shoots, absolutely. Very good. Second, series number 2, which I have recommended to read. Absolutely a scam, 1992. Yeah, not 1990. There are 2 scams. Don't read the second one. It is not useful for you guys at this point in time. Yeah, the first one is very good and you should watch for. Shark Tank is the third one, which is going to come very soon on Sony TV. Watch one complete session. Okay, that's it. That is the only requirement, and 2 books. One is The Principle. Of course, you can't buy that book. I do not recommend anybody to buy. But Intelligent Investor, buy it for 300 bucks, 400 bucks, not the 100 bucks one, because the quality is very bad. You will never open. Buy the little thicker one, which is red in the cover. I have 2 copies of it. Anyway, who will be having 100% attendance, he will get 2 books from my side. And whoever will do next assignment, he will go get my book personally, signed copy to your address. Who will do the best next presentation? Because you have already been trained with 2 presentation. Third presentation will have an award, and that award will be my book, okay, which is a bestseller on Amazon. I will be sending a personal signed copy to you directly to your address. So be ready with it. Chalo, 3 copy. Dr. Dalvinder wants 3 copies. Okay, 3. Top 3 will get 3 copies. 3 books will reach to your address if you do the next presentation correct, which will happen before module 3. Yeah. So attend all the sessions and be punctual. Then we came into financial regulator. You remember you did a last assignment on financial regulator. Which was that financial regulator which I have asked you to answer in the quiz? Which was the financial regulator which I have asked you in your assignment? How many of you are feeling that problem now? That, oh my God, I didn't focus on the assignment. I just did it with Chat GPT and now I'm stuck. How many of you are feeling that? If you are feeling it, be honest with yourself. No need to disclose to me. Be honest with yourself. Next time, just focus. The question asked in a class, put in an assignment. 3 people are working on it. One of your colleague, Misty, Dr. Dalvinder, Dr. Ram, and myself. They are putting a specific emphasis and sending you those assignments. You are completing and sending it back. If you don't remember what you have done as a homework, there is no point to come to the next class, because I will waste minimum of 5 to 10 minutes asking those assignments. That's how I work. Okay. So next time when you do the assignment, do read it and then come back. Let ChatGPT write for you. I have no problem with that. I love people who can control machines. We are made to control machines, right? So you become that controlling giant, but be conscious about your learning. Yeah. ChatGPT should not learn and become $1 billion company. Yeah. The costliest company of the world. You should become $1 billion owner of that company. That's my target, right? So be honest with yourself. If you are resting 2 hours with me or investing 2 hours with me, decision is always yours. Clear? Let's go to section 3. Section 3, of course, we went into participant of financial market. We'll look into one of the case study. And of course, I am there smiling all the time. Yeah. Then participant of financial market will look into the issuer, who is a millionaire maker, investor who put their skin on the game, clearing agent who protect that skin, custodian, which assures your commitment, broker dealer who are approachable, and depositories. These are the 6 critical participants of the financial market, which we learn and detail. I want you to again look into this assignment when you come tomorrow. So this is the third thing. This is just revision, right? So I'm giving you assignment for tomorrow because you will have only 1 hour tonight to read it. That's why I'm giving a very, very short assignments. Okay. So read this part which you or yourself has prepared a report. Assignment number 2. Go and check assignment number 2 and assignment number 6. Read and come tomorrow. Of course, we saw the winners here. This winners will be discarded. There will be new winner who will get 3 books from my side. 3 books. Okay. Underdog to unicorn. 3 free books to your address. Be ready for the next session when we will have that. Session 4, of course, we looked into detail of these, all of them. We started with issuer. Yeah. And we looked into how issuer operates. Who are their participants, so government, private corporation, and investment trust. All of them can become issuer in market And they make millionaires because their employee, their founder, their CFOs, everybody becomes millionaire. And we saw that case. Then comes the investor, who are the real billionaires, who becomes the billionaire, uh, uh, like all of the founders who have launched their companies and became $1 billion company, including Byju's. Yeah. So those are the investor. What are their characteristics? We'll look into those as well. There is a short term, long term regulator. We looked into the regulator, that they can be government. Did we cover this part or not? Team, do you remember, guys? I don't remember now. Yes, absolutely. A lot of people have given CBI, CCI, IRDAI. Correct answer was CCI and IRDAI. We have covered this, right? We have covered this part. Okay, good. Good, Nikhil. Somebody remembers that. Yeah, broker dealer, we looked into how they work, how they operate, depositor. So this was done by you in second assignment itself. I detailed it in the last 6 session. So please look and come back. Then, of course, we went into financial market, where banana went banana because it was priced as an exorbitant price. And the guy who purchased it ate it actually. Yeah. So there is no banana left on his wall after purchase. And then there was a photograph which I cannot recognize who is that guy on that photo, but it was sold for so many zeros that we cannot imagine as well. You remember that case study, right? Then came the financial market participants, fungible and non-fungible asset, right? Very important concept. Give me a name of non-fungible asset in the chat box. Give me a name of non-fungible asset in chat box. All of you, except Dr. Dalvinder, everybody has to write. Go ahead, use 26 names I need to see in the chat box. Non-fungible good. Which can be that good? Okay, somebody answered. And I will take the name, whoever will answer. Roshni has answered. Very good. Mohammad Ayan has answered. Perfect. Pranay has answered. Very interesting stuff. Ashutosh also has given. Non-fungible good. Okay. Nishita, Nikit Jha has answered. Correct. Go ahead. Quick. Okay. Vivek Puj has answered. Perfect. Ayan. Good job, Ayan. Akshay. Ayan, that is too unfungible to even mention about it. Ayan mentioned ownership. How many of you agree with Ayan? Ownership is a non-fungible good. Ownership means shares, right? Share can be exchanged against share, isn't it, Ayan? Ayan, I am asking you. Get your concept very clear. Ownership means a share. So can I not change my share to another share? It happens all the time in the market. It is called swap of shares, right? People acquire another company. They give funding to acquire acquisition through shares as well as cash. So they give money, cash, and they also give their own company shares. Ria given the answer. Perfect. Raj given the answer. Lokesh, Jatin, Ashutosh, Akshay. Very good. Ayan, you need to come back to me on this. Did you understood that? Muskan, Bhumika. Yeah. Why you have written ownership? What make you to think ownership is a non-fungible good? Bhumika, very good. Alvira, perfect. Everyone, good. Non-fungible, fungible good is also good. Okay. Mahavir has also given collectible like stamps and coin. So, Ayan, have you understood or you are still confused? Or you have any reasoning to mentioning that?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I understood, sir.
Okay, perfect. Let's go to next one. So, of course, you remember I said twice we have talked about the function of the financial market. This was the second place: price discovery, liquidity, and reduction of transaction costs. These are the 3 critical elements of the functioning. Then we looked into top markets. We did an assignment on this also. There were top 10 markets assignment, which you did very well. Then we went into section 5, where we looked into capital market. What are the ingredients of those capital markets, of those critical market? Yeah. And then we also looked into capital market comes through primary and secondary. Primary is, of course, IPO. The moment you come to primary, secondary starts equity and debt. Then we looked into primary market in detail, origination, underwriting, distribution. Then we went into how the process works. So in primary market, anybody brings the IPO. The moment you bring the IPO, it goes to a stock exchange. The listing happens. The moment listing bell rings, your primary market becomes secondary market. Then we looked into the how big is this market, right? So currently in 2024, the market is around 3.09 crores. It has crossed already 4 billions. There is an article which I have written on our page. Go and read that article about that. Okay, bond market. Bond market, global bond market is very large market in itself. There are different types of bond market. Corporate is smaller. Government is the largest. Okay, 45% is government bonds in world. In India also, it is a similar 45%, approximately 1.5 crores rupees, 1.83 trillion dollars by Indian government bonds have been launched. Okay. Then we looked into secondary market, that how the secondary market operates. What is the aim here? So aim here is capital appreciation and providing liquidity to the market. Then fresh blood in market, where from it comes? It comes from the buying order and selling order. You remember we discussed about buying order and selling order, and then we had a quiz which all of you have answered. Okay. Then we looked into money market. We went into money market where we looked into function, purpose, participant, instrument, risk return, liquidity maturity, mode of transaction, classification of money market versus capital market. Of course, money market is short-term borrowing. What is the critical indicator of money market? Critical indicator, time, guys. What was the time length a money market instrument works on? Is it 10 year? What is the time in which money market works? Chat box, quick chat box, go ahead. 1 day to 1 year, absolutely. Anything below 1 year is the characteristics of money market. Then we looked into instrument of money market, treasury bill, commercial paper, certificate of deposit, call notice money, interbank terms market, repos, which is repurchase agreement, and banker acceptance. You need not to mug up. You will understand each of them in detail in coming sessions. Okay, just understand step by step what I'm explaining. Like order driven market, we understood in order driven market there is no dealer. So what was the problem? No liquidity provider. So you have to wait till the time your share gets sold automatically. The moment a market dealer or a market maker or a dealer come into play, it happens very fast. So speed is the game, right? So that is price driven market. Price driven market as a ask and bid code. You remember B for bid, B for buy. So anybody who is buying is doing what? Is bidding. कौन bid करता है market में जाके? आप have you gone into fish market or any wholesale market? You will see people are bidding, yeah, or South B bids, yeah. People who bids are trying to purchase that good, right? In the mostly in the tender market, you must have seen that, right? Where people are auctioning. Auctioning is happening. Have you seen in the movie with a Pran will come with a cigar in his mouth. Of course, Pran is a very old actor, which I know you might, even Dr. Dalvinder might not be knowing. But who is the nowadays villain who comes with a cigar or a churat or something like that with a large coat, and he will bid and then he will win certain things and go. What he's doing, he's bidding, right? Bidding means buying. He's trying to acquiring that antique or asset. That is why bid, always remember the bid code. Bid code is what? B for bid, B for buy. The person who does that, he is taking and he is going to give what? Money in exchange of that share. Remember, this is the crux of trading. Anybody who will talk to you in trading, this much is enough for you to know. Of course, there is a lot of technical analysis, graph, charts, spies, rasis. Yeah, a lot of stuffs are there. You need not to know, not you should not know. And the reason is till the time you are not expert, don't go there. Because what is the fundamental in market? 95% people lose money. 5 people makes money. You know who are those 5 people? Who are minting money from you. So you are giving them. So that's why they are millionaire. Why top 1% is the capital holders? Because what mistake you do, they take that money from you. And that's how they became billionaire. Clear? So be cautious till the time you are not expert. Don't touch those market. Learn, then go and touch those market once you know what is right and wrong. Then order driven market, code driven market, or price driven market. If you merge them together, it becomes the hybrid market. Then we looked into other markets like commodity market, future market, foreign exchange market, derivative market, and insurance market. Then we also covered regulatory, right? We looked into what is the goal of regulatory. they want to provide investor protection. So their mandate is that you will be independent authority. So a story goes like that. Governments appoint a person, yes, Sasikant Das kind of people who is the RBI governor. And what is his role? His role is to protect the investor interest. Who are the investors? The gullible investor mostly, yeah, which are retail investor. And second purpose they have is ensure the smooth functioning of financial market. So these are the two critical elements of regulator. Then we looked into different regulator all across the world. Somebody told me Australia, somebody told me of Canada regulator there on the screen, as well as US. India is not there, right? So we went into India. We looked into major regulatory agencies in India, and you did assignment number 6. That's why I'm recommending please read assignment number 6 and the assignment where we have listed all 25 different exchanges all across the world. What is the mandate of SEBI? SEBI has 5 major mandates which you need to know. Any competitive exam will come from here. They will ask you SEBI because that's the best authority in India and it controls a lot of trillions of dollars transaction every day. So that is why they are the critical element of our financial market. First thing is they specify or design rules and regulation for the market. So they are the one who create rules and regulation for the market. Second, they provide licenses to dealer and broker, the intermediaries whose role is to increase the speed, increase the flow. They get license from where? SEBI. Third is they get auditing and performance of various stock exchanges. So their responsibility is to make sure that no stock exchange. By the way, there is an update that most of the stock exchanges are closed. Only 2 are remaining now, which is BSE and NSE. Clear? Then we looked into controlling the merger acquisition, takeovers of the company. That is also their responsibility. Whoever is listed, it is under their control. SEBI controls them. Then there is a prohibiting unfair trade practices in market is also SEBI responsibility. Then comes the investment banking as a concept. Again, we will not go in detail today. And the reason is there is a separate chapter where you will learn about the investment banking. Yeah, the core operation with case study. So today we will just revise it. Let's start with what is investment banking. So you have to understand the left-hand side photograph in the bottom. Which transaction is happening in the bottom? Is it commercial banking or is it investment banking? Left-hand side bottom on your screen. Guys, go ahead, use the chat box. Left-hand side bottom. Is it commercial banking? Is it in investment banking? Okay, somebody started writing. Wonderful. Niket Jhak saying, perfect, perfect. Roshni, Asutosh, Mahavir, Juhi. Oh, it's getting flooded. Very good, very good. That's what I want. Quick answer, quick. Raj Avadia, Bhumika. Even though your brothers and sisters are fighting, please focus on the class. Another half an hour. That's it. After that, go and resolve them forever. Ek chata kafi hai, right? You guys must be elder. Okay, I'll be around. Who are younger, please suffer. There is no solution to you. I am younger in my house. Always suffered. झगड़ा किसी का होगा चाटा आपको पड़ेगा. You cannot beat other guy. Okay, good. Or if somebody is exception, let me know. Okay, Alvira, Mahanishita, everyone, good. So the bottom one is, of course, no, somebody is giving wrong answer as well. Okay, Bhumika, you need to know the bottom one is what? People is giving currency, right? When you give currency to somebody else, opposite to your counter is commercial banking. Nitisa, yeah, be careful on that. Clear? Never make this mistake again. Why I'm saying that? Because I definitely know that you have not gone to a physical bank ever in your life. If you have gone or not gone, please go and check once again. You will see such kind of counters where the money is kept inside and somebody is trying to take it from you. Who is those guys? Commercial bankers. Clear? Okay, so investment banks don't take deposits from retail. That is why they are on the top. Are you with me? They are on the top because they do not do the counter-based operation. They do over-the-counter operation, but that is not means that they will have a physical location where they will do currency take and leave. Currency take and leave happens at the commercial bank. So investment banks don't take deposit from retail customer. They are not allowed to do it all across world. Yeah, there were several regulations which has been changed over a period of time. They have been reversed back as well. Like in 1933, there is a story which we will learn in investment banking class that how investment bank were separated from by bringing a regulation from they were separated from normal commercial banking after a financial crisis of 1930s. Okay, because there were really rich guys who took out UK and US from recession of that financial crunch. So you have seen the financial crisis of 2008 and 7. It was nothing in front of that financial crunch of 1929 and 1930, where the country like US went for bankruptcy, kind of. They were near to bankruptcy. You did an assignment as well on bankruptcy, right? Tell me which all two countries you identified went to bankruptcy. Chat box. I have seen a lot of people have given answers. Sri Lanka, but I want to see other answers as well. Go ahead, use the chat box. One. Okay, very good. All of you. Yeah. There are two serial killers here. Not killers, serial offenders. Not offenders, serial bankrupters. Two of those. Yeah. Always remember these two because they have created history. Of course, Sri Lanka was in 2022. Yes, no, serial ones are Argentina, and there is one more is Ecuador. Both of them are Latin American countries. Of course, Argentina is part of France as well. It's a lot of French people, Muslim people lives there. So these are the two. Greece is not the one who is a serial offender, but it was also a bank. It went into bankruptcy because of the financial crisis of 2007-8. Okay, so commercial banks, definitely you cannot obtain an ATM card, cash deposit, or apply for a student loan at a investment bank. Where you have to apply for all this? If you want to do a student loan, where will you go? You will go to commercial bank. If you want an ATM card, now it is also obsolete. ATM card transaction has gone to the lowest. Yeah. So they are not happening. Deposit, if you want to put cash in the machine, nobody does it. But if you want to do it, you have to go to commercial banks. It will never happen at where? At investment bank. What commercial bank do is this, exactly what not investment bank can do. So deposit accounts such as checking or saving accounts. Checking account in India is called current account. In US, it is called checking account. By the way, India follows mostly UK language. Yeah, we have a British English, right? We have been colonized with Britain. So we use British English. So हम लोग checking नहीं बोलते, हम लोग बोलते current account. Current account मतलब एक भी रुपया का interest आपको नहीं मिलेगा. Remember that. Only company opens it because they want to maintain cash flow. So current account, checking account is equivalent. Saving account, everybody, mother, father definitely will have. Even you will have if you have a student loan. Are managed by commercial bank on behalf of both consumer and companies. They use money on deposit to offer loan to general population. Now, how many of you remember one terminology I have asked from you for banking? One terminology I have asked from you on banking. Banking take money from normal people and give it to the business people, right? That's what they do. This is their business. The difference between these two, a lot of people have given answer. I want to see how many of you remember that. The difference between two. Interest is a very simple language. This is not banker will say that. This is banker's profit. Okay, it's also called Mahaver. It's also called what? Banker's profit. So what is banker's revenue? Banker's revenue is a spread. Remember this word, note it down in your mobile, in your laptop, or in your notebook. The name is spread. What is this spread? A spread is whatever interest you are giving to the loan, the guy who has money into you, the saving account guy, which is 5%, and the percentage which you take from the business people who have taken a loan from you. हाउसिंग का लोन लिया है तो एक इंटरेस्ट आता है 10% का, आपको देना होता है बैंक को, और आप जब डिपॉजिट करते हैं तो 5% आपको मिलता है. तो डिफरेंस जो है दैट इज कॉल्ड स्प्रेड और नेट इंटरेस्ट मार्जिन, NIM. So a lot of you have given the technical answer. The normal person, investment banker, will always say spread. What is the spread of this bank? What is the spread of that bank? So how much is the margin they have? Every crore they lend or they get deposit, what is the margin? They will always calculate. Okay, remember this word, NIM, net interest margin, or spread. ठीक है? Checking current clear. Commercial banks generate revenue by paying more interest on the loans they do on the deposit from the customer. That's how they make money. The spread is what they make money. So today we will solve a quick understanding. Today, What will you do? You are going, you see, you can see in the blue color, the dark blue is you, okay? And the light blue is the Mr. Joe. Joe is a commercial banker. Who is Mr. Joe? Joe is a commercial banker. He is very light on his skin. And we are brown people. So brown people went into the commercial bank, put $100. $100 he puts. What commercial bank does? He takes that money and give it to Joe. Who is Joe? He's a businessman. Joe is a businessman. So he gives $100 to him. This is his business. What is his business? He takes $100 from Bhumika, Ayan, Dalwinder, Dr. Dalwinder, Dr. Ram. All of these people give money to commercial bank, 100 rupees, $100. And what commercial bank does? He takes that $100 and give it to Joe. Simple. That transaction, any doubt, anybody? He should not keep a single rupee with him. However, there are policy of RBI that there has to be some cash reserve ratio, there has to be some statutory lending ratio, etc., etc. Let's not go there. Just in simple, understand how commercial bank works. So commercial bank works that he takes money from you, $100, and he gives $100 to who? Mr. Joe. So where he makes money? He makes money on the bottom side of the structure, where he receives 7% from Joe because he's a light color, he's a stylist. पप्पू के क्या रहता है वो गाना है ना पप्पू का आंख में तेज है ही इज वेरी स्मार्ट सो ही विल गिव मोर मनी टू बैंक so he gives 7% and how much bank gives to the you 3%. What's the difference? What is the spread here? Chat box, all 26 people, 25 people to be exact. Chat box, what's the spread? What's the net interest margin? Absolutely, go ahead. Quick, all of you. I know I want to see all 26 people have answered in the chat box. Quick, simple maths, right? Specifically people whose brother and sister is fighting, they should know this math. Net interest margin, quick. Itna time nahi lo. Fast. Light on your finger at least. Quick. 11 लोगों ने दिया है जवाब. Rest of them, are you sleeping? ये आपका टाइम सोने का हो गया? कि न्यू ईयर की पार्टी is still continuing? What's the problem? 12 people, 13 people, okay, it's growing. 14. Where are others? 13 people, other kingmakers, queens, princesses, sleeping beauties and beautas. Where are you guys? Still 16 people have answered. Where are other 11 people? At least 10. The question is very simple. You give money to commercial bank, $100. That commercial bank takes that $100 or rupees or dollar and give it to Mr. Joe, who is a businessman, $100. Exact same transaction. He receives 7% from the Joe and he gives 3% to you. What's the spread which bank is making here? 17 people have answered. It's still 10 people, 8 people, 18 people. See, I'm watching who is answering last. This is definitely so quick before I go in that mood. Yeah, and I let you go rather than you just be in the class and I see 27 people. Okay, quick. Okay, 23 people. Still 4 people have not answered to me. Okay, I will read the name whose name is not announced. He has not answered. As simple as that. 3 seconds and after that I will take his name. Okay, so person who have answered is Muskan, 4%. Ayan, 4%. Niket, no, not remove the dollar. I'm just asking how much percentage. 4%. Ronak, 4%. Ria, 4%. Raj, Juhi, Bhumika, Niket, Pranay, Mahver. Nikit has answered twice. Why Nikit? Vivek Punj. So there are more people who have not answered. Roshni, Akshay, Jatin. Jatin, your answer is wrong. Please correct yourself. 7% is what commercial bank is getting, but he's paying back 3%. So what is left with it is the spread. Okay. Jatin, Nitisa, Ashutosh, correct answer. Aslesa, wrong. Aslesa, you are giving Joe $100. You received $100, but you gave $100. You have left with 0 rupees or $0. What you got is 7% from Joe, and again you give 3% to person somebody else. So what is your net interest margin? What is your spread? 3%, 4%, right? 4%, 3% you have given, so 4%. Interest, Chandan, interest rate is, of course, everybody knows is what you are getting is interest rate. But the right name is what? Right name is spread or net interest margin of the bank, which is 4%. Then Pranay, Lokesh, Akshay, Vivek, Chandan, correct, absolutely. Brijbhushan, Bhumika, Vijay Bhushan has answered twice. Aslesha, Alvira, Harsha. Please answer fast and quick. Okay. Now that answer, if you have understood, the 4% is net interest margin. Same thing when you will convert into dollar, which is happening below after 1 year, because nobody will give you immediately, right? After 1 year, they will give you that money. That money which comes, which is their revenue, is 4 rupees. What is the bank revenue? 4 rupees, which is in the bottom. Take a screenshot, we will discuss it later. So an investment bank is a financial intermediary that performs variety of services. What are these services? We will learn now. So you understood commercial bank and its revenue. Now we are talking about investment bank. What they do is they specialize in large and complex financial transactions. So they do not do Tom and Dick and Harry job. They will do banker's job. You can start with a bank. It is not required that after learning the investment banking class, you become investment banker. You can start with a bank. Yeah. But eventually you need to know what is the investment banker. So investment banker doesn't do small deals. They do large deals and complex deals where it includes underwriting. First word in your notebook, go ahead, write it. Notebook, laptop, chat box, whatever. Remember it is underwriting is first function. Second, it acts as an intermediary between security issuer and investing public. Then it also helps in merger and acquisition like I do. Third, fourth is corporate reorganization. We also help into companies to reorganize themselves or financial advisor and institutional investor. Okay, remember that. Then this is the difference between investment bank and commercial bank. What are those difference? Investment banker will never take deposit. Commercial bank will require deposit. Come, Mr. Joe. Yeah, sorry, Mr. You give the money. They provide no loans. Investment banker never provides a loan. Commercial bank will provide Joe with $100. Have no more than few hundred regular clients. Investment bank will not have 20,000 people coming to your door every day. Yeah, and you become SBI, State Bank of India, who will never entertain a customer. The reason is there are too many customers for them to entertain. Investment banker has that advantage, not a lot of clients they have. They deliver a highly uniform daily transactional services to offer. Who are these? Commercial bankers. Don't offer daily transactional services. Who are these? Investment banker. Checking, savings and current accounts, cards and credit, debit, both personal loan and mortgages, instruments. All this happens at retail banking or commercial banking. Investment bank also gives strategic advice. That's why they are very valuable. You remember one case study we did with Mr. the $1 trillion man. You remember the $1 trillion man? Who was he? In the chat box. $1 trillion, not about him. In the
Larry Fink.
Go ahead, Mohammed Ayan. Unmute. You were answering that, right, Mohammed?
Yes, sir. Larry Fink.
Absolutely. Larry Fink, $1 trillion man. Yeah, $1 billion hand. In football, I don't know how many of you watches football, but there is a god of hand. Do you know he died last year? God of hand. In football, there is a god of hand. And in investment banking, there is a $1 trillion hand. The $1 trillion hand name is Larry Fink. In football, it was Maradona. Maradona was, when he did a goal against Brazil, he plays for Brazil or Portugal. Anyone? Any football lover in the class? Nobody, yeah? Okay, we are cricket lovers or we are kabaddi lovers, right? We are kabaddi lovers, kho lovers, whatever. Okay, so this is the difference between investment bank and commercial bank. What is the function of investment bank? Of course, investment bank acts as a intermediary. It increases the flow. It increases the speed of transaction, right? So it acts as an intermediary between whom? Companies who want to raise money, investor that want to invest money. So that acts a bridge between whom? Two people who want to raise money and people who want to invest money. Intermediary market function first graph, if you remember, it will be very clear. So investment bank has clients and investment banker has investor. What they help? They help in raising capital. How they do it? Merger acquisition, market research, trading, etc. What is the function of an investment bank? Investment banking provides service and financial advice to corporation, individuals, and government in raising capital. They help with what? They help with merger acquisition, asset transaction management, IPOs, merchant banking, sales and trading, corporate restructuring, equity and fixed income research, cross-border transaction, issuing security, buying and selling of stock, bonds, and other investment. They earn money through charging fees and commission for their businesses. List of investment bank: Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America Merrill Lynch, Deutsche Bank, Citigroup, Credit Suisse, Barclays Capital, UBS, HSBC, Nomura, RBC Capital Market, and BNP Paribas, along with RBS. Clear? What do IB operation do? Operation post-trade activities, client onboarding, anti-money laundering, KYC, and risk management. These are the these are the 6 critical operation which an investment banker does. You need to remember this one. What they do operations, which is normal operation, underwriting, etc. Then IPO, fundraising, market research, trading, etc. That is operation. But they also do post-trade activity, client onboarding, anti-money laundering checks, know your customer checks, and risk management. Structural role in investment banks. There are 2 different structural roles. One is front office, second is middle office, and third is front office. Core operation. We always say core operation. Front office, middle office, and core operation, which is a back operation. And all 3 of them, there are different people who works. JP Morgan Chase, how many of you have applied to that position? Put in chat box. Yes, I did. Yes, I want to know the Ria Arora also gave the correct answer, by the way. Okay, so Akshay Trivedi has applied to it. Good, very good. Akshay Trivedi has applied to JP Morgan requirement. Akshay, remember JP Morgan, which you have applied, works on the core operation. They work on core operation. Nikit Jha also did it. Okay, good, Nikit. Why I wanted you guys to apply? Because this is an experience which you have to start taking it now. You want to go to Japan, China. You don't want to go to Japan, China, even next door. Yeah, you want to sit in your own house. Doesn't matter. The experience is important. So whoever has missed the biggest opportunity to 3 things. First, to make your resume. So whoever have not applied, they are not making their resume. It's very clear to me. Okay. And if you have made it, please post it. Yeah. Please post as a link in the Google Drive. Please post it if you have updated your resume. So if you have, even though you do not want to leave Raipur or your neighborhood or your college, but still you need to apply. Such kind of opportunity will not come. The experience is important. Don't join them. Nobody's asking. This is not your placement officer work, which I am doing. Okay. This is not Mr. Ram, Dr. Ram, who is bringing you the job, and you are, if you have applied and you are not going, you will be put into punishment. It is an opportunity and experience which you need to have. Yeah. Next time, if such opportunity come, I will not accept if you have not applied to it. Are we clear on this? You have to waste half an hour or up to 1 hour to fill that form. The form was very difficult, right? That was the reason a lot of you have not applied, correct? Ayan has applied. Very good, Ayan. So Akshay, Ayan, as Niket has applied. Good. Why you have not applied? Tell me the problem so I can find a solution. Few of you have directly approached me and told me, sir, I do not want to go to Bombay. Okay. That guy I have allowed. So I may allow you not to apply because you have already got job. Why you should apply again? Yeah. Nishita has applied. Very good, Nishita. Yeah. Alvira also has applied. Very nice. Yeah, whoever has done, I wanted you to have an experience. Anyway, this was a trial. Next time it will be mandatory. If some opportunity comes, you have to apply. नहीं जाना है, गांव नहीं छोड़ना, घर नहीं छोड़ना, माँ बाप नहीं छोड़ना, मत छोड़ो. Doesn't matter to me. But if you don't apply, then you are not right person to sit in this class. You are wasting somebody else's opportunity. You saw 40 people have joined, 10 people have left. Why they have left? Because they had no mood to go to a job or even understand investment banking, right? Same thing goes to you. If you do not want to take a first-hand experience that how they recruit, what question they ask, what learning you are doing then? फिर तो थ्योरी हो रही है ना, जो बचपन से आप पढ़ते आए हो. 2 into 2 4 होता है, 4 में होता क्या पहले पे कोई बताया तो सही. यही मिसिंग है ना. तो उस मिसिंग को दूर करने के लिए वो सब अपॉर्चुनिटी आ रही है. सो नेक्स्ट टाइम डोंट गिव मी दिस. आई कैन नॉट टेक दिस काइंड ऑफ आंसर. ओनली 5 people. नितिशा, अलमीरा, अयान, Nikit, Akshay. Yeah, if you have a problem, you can always write a message either in the group, personally to me, talk to Dr. Ram or to Dr. Dalvinder. You have 5 people helping you. किसी को भी लिख दो ना, just लिख दो. मेरे को किसी ने अप्रोच किया कि सर मैं बॉम्बे नहीं शिफ्ट होना चाहता हूँ, चाहती हूँ, राइट. मैंने बोला मत करो अप्लाई. इट्स ओके, बट एटलीस्ट यू हैव शेयर्ड योर प्रॉब्लम विद मी, सो आई नो व्हाट इज योर रीजन. Yeah, so I will not give you that opportunity. Next time please apply, okay? Because you could have at least understood that where you are applying, which position you are applying, you have understood, learned something new. तो मेरा काम कम होता है ना, क्योंकि that is the practice experience. So front office में 2 काम होते हैं. First work is revenue generation. Why? How revenue generation happens? It happens through the investment banking, and second, it happens with the market making. Investment banking में you advise on merger acquisitions, फंड रेजिंग स्ट्रैटेजी, कहां से पैसे आएंगे, कौन तुमको पैसे देगा. द रॉय, डॉक्टर रॉय, यू रिमेंबर, he was himself an angel investor. He was doing investment banking because he was linking it to even bankers. Then comes the market making. Market making is what? Where you are selling somebody assets. So you are doing Brew Bliss ka share sell. Okay, you are taking her to IPO. She's in Raipur. At least you can do that. You do not want to go to any other state. Fine. At least help Simran, right? What you will help with? You will take her shares and sell it to 10 people. You will take her share, go and market and go and trade in the market with the share. You will do research for her. You will do structuring for her company so she can sell better. Yeah. And that is called front office links to the market. Then middle office. Middle office is the office where they make sure that risk of this company is addressed. Yeah. Because such a risky business they are doing, right? They are helping clients with large amount of money. IPO fail ho gaya. Kaun blame hoga? Investment banker. So that risk control measure is done by the middle office. They do negotiation, verification, following of portfolio, etc. is middle office. And then comes the core office. And right now, you will have a case study to understand this operation very clearly. I'm just giving an introductory session today, okay? So don't get bogged down, I didn't understood. If you have not understood, no problem. Just read and follow what I'm telling you or watch the video once more. Core operation, administrative function and bookkeeping, payment orders, operational control and reporting. This is the part they are looking people for right now. The opportunity which I shared with you is the core operation. It teaches you the back office work in India. Okay. Role of investment banker. Of course, they have 2 major roles. First is the capital provider. So you are sitting in the tree of money, and there is capital user. So you are in the temple of money. So capital advisor always work with a surplus. If I have extra money after eating, going for New Year party, going for Coldplay ticket, paying for Coldplay tickets, yeah, after that, whatever is left, I will provide it. So investment bank, if they have already sufficient money, they provide it to the market. They have always surplus. Best company to know about it is Goldman Sachs, which became a banker as well. Okay. So this was an investment banking company, which became a commercial banker, and then they went back again. Then there are capital issuer. They are always requiring money. They are the user of capital, right? Capital users. They are always need some money. So money manager, hedge fund, sponsor fund, insurance company, mutual fund, HNIs, hedge funds. Hedge fund. Tell me, what was the guy name? And company name, Bridgewater, the largest one, the principal book writer. What was the guy name, person name who is running that company? Find it out, put it in the chat box. Capital users, of course, they provide on how and when to use capital research. That is the duty of investment bankers. And they understand client needs to build the relationship. That's how they do the selling. And they also execute the transaction based on the client investment strategy, which is trading. And then they collect that money and give it to the corporation, municipality, governments. Buy side and sell side, another fundamental which you need to know. Of course, the one which has the surplus fund is on the buy side of the operation. So if you are an investment banker and you are working on the buy side of operation, you will talk to the people who have money, right? And give them a lot of research, help them in trading, and also help them in getting their money placed rightly. Where they place their money? To the sell side. The sell side people in the investment banking, go and talk with them. Very important concept. Need not to understand fully. Yeah, you need not to understand that. That's why this slide I'm not going inside, because this talks about it. Now let's go to the first question. Somebody raised a question in the beginning of the session as well. NRI Nir Bardia. Who is in Nir Bardia? I don't know. Correct. Right now, Nirbardia. Okay, good. Mohammad Ayan is saying Nirbardia is right now. Akshay said the first. Red Ilo was the previous guy. Perfect. Okay, so let's go to first question. Who has that question? I'm stopping the recording now.